and youth representation in committees will also be introduced. Meanwhile, as the elderly population in Busan continues to grow, local governments in the city's old downtown areas are launching unique support programs for seniors. As of last month, 24% of Busan's populations was aged 65 or older. Junggu offers implant subsidies. Junggu and Donggu provide bathing and beauty vouchers. Donggu supports elderly paper collectors with safety cards, and Seogu provides longevity gifts and hospital companion services. In 2024, almost 72% of Busan City-funded national R&D projects were approved, the highest rate ever. The Busan Institute of S&T Evaluation and Planning credited this success to its R&D project feasibility study system, which has strengthened project evaluation since 2015. By enhancing policy recommendations, Busan has also cut R&D funding needs by about 26% over the past 3 years while improving project viability. In international news, New Zealand's Commerce Minister Andrew Bailey has resigned after he placed a hand on a staff member's upper arm last week in what he described as overbearing behavior. Bailey said today that he was deeply sorry about the incident, which he described as not an argument but an animated discussion. While Bailey has left his ministerial post, he remains a member of parliament. His resignation today comes after he was criticized last October for calling a winery worker a loser, including putting his fingers in an L shape on his forehead and allegedly using an expletive directed at them. Now taking a look at the weather, Busan is mostly clear with the current temperature at 6 degrees Celsius. A dry weather advisory is currently in effect for the Busan area. The temperature will average around 3 degrees Celsius this evening. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BFM 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with Nick Greenwood. BFM 부산 영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The coldness of the weather, my English exam score, and the perfect temperature for a delicious dish. All of these can be measured in numbers. But there are many things in the world that cannot be expressed exactly in numbers. The warmth of someone's care for me, my true Busan dialect proficiency, and the value of a handwritten letter for someone special. What are some things in our life that can't be measured in numbers? Well, hello there everybody, my name is Nick, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick off this Monday with Together by Channabi.
몇 달은 품던 그 말로 멋진 옷을 지어입곤 텅 빈 방에 누워 잠이 낮았지. 이름도 모르는 꽃에 내 멋대로 붙여본 꽃말 손대지 말아요. 그저 눈으로만 바라봐요. 나는 너의 음악이고 그 접어 몇 번 더 지새면 까지도 가는데 천번을 접어야지만 하게 되는 슬픈 사연 천둥 같은 한숨 하면 너의 곁에 떠오르나 나는 너의 음악이고 그런 마음 한 줄이야 때가 되면 내 귓볼에 찬란히 매달릴 거야 또 기다림은 저 별의 빛을 건너는 되면 내 마음의 축제처럼 열릴 거야 또 기다리는 저 별의 빛을 건너 우주
잔나비의 Together 오늘의 첫 곡이었습니다. Welcome everybody to For Your Busan this Monday afternoon. My name is Nick and I hope you had a wonderful weekend and you started this week with high spirits and good energy. Now, have you ever faced a situation where something seemed completely impossible? Maybe it was a personal goal, a difficult exam, or a challenge at work. When we talk about overcoming the impossible, one of the first stories that comes to mind is the conquest of the moon. Now, there was a time when even imagining stepping foot on the moon seemed impossible. It was unthinkable. But impossible was just a word, like Napoleon said. In 1969, humans walked on the moon for the first time, and this historic moment reminds us that limitations exist only until we push past them. And even today, news stories continue to prove that nothing is truly impossible. Now, the world's first disabled astronaut is about to make history. Recently, according to the European Space Agency, or ESA, a doctor who lost his leg had been deemed fit for a mission to the International Space Station, with no technical or medical restrictions preventing his participation. At 19, he lost his right leg in a motorcycle accident, but instead of giving in to despair, he pushed himself beyond his limits. He learned to walk again with a prosthetic leg and soon challenged himself to even run. So what started as a casual hobby turned into a fierce determination, and in 2008, he competed in the Beijing Paralympics, winning a bronze medal in the 100-meter sprint. But his journey didn't stop there. He pursued his dream of becoming a doctor, graduating from medical school in 2014. And since then, he's worked as a trauma and orthopedic surgeon in southern England. And that is absolutely fantastic. That is going to be something that is a little bit later on in our show. Well, everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Nothing is impossible in this world. And that even counts for the love of our listeners. We've got lots of people messaging in. Pornim, good to see you. And Juliet Nim as well, saying, I can't believe I came earlier than Benny Nim. That's true. Yeah, Benny Nim, or maybe something's up because he's usually on time, on the dot, as always. I hope you're doing okay, Benny, if you're listening. But Juliet, it's great to have you here, as well as you too, Pornim, saying, hello, everybody. Sweet voice, Ning-nim. 짱 멋짐 장PD님. Fantastic stuff. I hope you're all doing well. 팽서아빠님 as well. Welcome to the show, my friend, saying, hi, Nick. Thanks for congratulating my dad's birthday. Oh, yeah, that was last week. No problem. I hope he had an absolutely great day, and you're a great son. I know you are, for getting that shout out for him on radio. I hope you spent it well together. We have Michael Kimnim. welcome to the show, my friend. Saying 생일 잘 보내셨나요, Nick? 보열 부산으로 봄을 불러오고 계신 훈남 장 PD님, 보열 친구들 안녕하세요. 네, 제 생일을 잘 보냈습니다. Very quietly, very simply, just how I like it. No big fuss, you know? 거창하지 않게. That's why I like it. Simple. But not everyone is the same. But thank you for asking, my friend. Sangmin Parknim as well. Welcome to the show. Good to see you, buddy. Anyone else joining in now? I hope that you're going to stay for the whole show. 보님 saying 혹시 닉 생일이 언제였는지요? It was Saturday. It was on Saturday. I gained another year. So not too happy about that. But I'm happy that I got lots of love, which is always nice. 곱수님, welcome to the show. Fantastic to see you. And Summonim as well saying 안녕하세요, 생일 잘 보내셨나요? Thank you for the wishes, everybody. It certainly was a great day. But today's even better because I get to talk with all of the legends here. Legends here indeed. Benny Nim, how you doing? Good to see you finally saying happy Monday and had some rest. That's fantastic. Well, I'm going to tell you what's coming up in today's show. Remember, today's text topic is chosen by you. For your 부산의 토픽은 여러분이 하고 싶은 이야기로 정해집니다. So just let us know which topic you would like to discuss on the show. You can join the conversation in English and Korean. Just send a message to pound 9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message. Just search for BFM or 부산영어방송 in English or Korean. Or you can even jump onto YouTube, which is the more interactive way. And you can talk with all of the lovely people on the community. And you can see me here in the studio too. It's a win-win situation. I'm going to let you know what's coming up. We've got Busan Is to start the show off, where we bring you the latest updates and insights in the Busan News segment with 6 p.m. news anchor Hong Jung-hwa. Latte and Maria will follow that. Time to share my thoughts about everything in the world. Also, Busan Hot Places. And this is a segment that takes you on a journey through Busan, showcasing the city's most exciting events, must-see attractions, and vibrant activities. In the second half, we're going to have On the Mic, stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of the city, and then Busan's Tale, a storytelling segment where we delve into various aspects of the city. We've also got everyone's favourite Busan Quiz Master. And this is a chance for you to win some prizes, have a bit of fun, and get creative, because today we're going over acrostic poems. 오늘은 이행시입니다. So get ready for that. I'm looking forward to seeing how creative you all are, because I know you are a creative bunch indeed. And you can be a prize winner of today, as long as you message throughout the show and participate later on as well. We have Jin Lee in a piece, Nim. Welcome to the show, Jin Lee Nim, saying hi, Nick and Poyols. Fantastic to see you, Jin Lee Nim. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So keep sending your messages in and don't go anywhere, because Busan Is coming up next.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Every day, we've got BFM's announcer Hong Jung-hwa with us, ready to fill us in on everything Busan, and we're going to spotlight the latest from the city with updates in both Korean and English. And of course, to welcome us on this Monday, we have 홍당당님, 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요. 당당한 월요일 맞이하셨나요, 네?
Yes. I had a very nice weekend. Did you?
네.
Yeah. 뭐 하셨어요?
네, 푹 쉬었어요.
오, 맛있는 것도 많이 드셨나요?
와, 너무 많이 먹었네요.
저도요. Well, it's a brand new week here. 그래도 아직도 많이 춥습니다.
네, 바람이 많이 불어서 오늘도 춥네요. 그래도 수요일부터는 영상 기온 아침에 회복하면서 날씨가 조금 풀릴 것으로 기대를 좀 해봅니다.
Fantastic.
네.
So hopefully in the middle of the week, it'll start to get a little bit better.
네.
All right, we're going to start off with some news as always.
네, 부산시가 동구와 영도구, 서구, 중구, 금정구 등 인구 감소 지역에서 추진하고 있는 부산형 휴가지 원격 근무 워케이션 활성화 사업을 하고 있는데 총 누적 참여자 수가 드디어 10,000명을 돌파했습니다. 지난해 워케이션 참여자 수는 연 인원 6,900여 명으로 2003년보다 2배 이상 증가하면서 누적 10,000명을 넘어선 건데요. 주된 참여자는 일상에서 벗어나서 활력을 얻으면서 팀워크 프로젝트를 수행하고자 하는 1,100여 개의 기업 소속의 직장인들과 또 새로운 환경에서 창의적인 영감을 얻길 원하는 국내외 프리랜서들이 많았습니다.
The city of Busan announced on the 24th that its workation, or remote work plus vacation program, has surpassed 10,000 cumulative participants, with 6,900 joining in 2024 alone. This marks a significant increase compared to 3,300 in 2023. The program, designed to revitalize declining population areas like Donggu, Yeongdo, Seogu, Junggu and Kumjang, has attracted over 1,100 companies and freelancers looking for creative inspirations and team-building opportunities in a relaxing environment. A key factor in the rise in participation was the city's business briefings, targeting companies in the Seoul metropolitan area and linking them with local workation spots.
네, 부산시가 청년들의 진로 설계와 역량 강화를 위해서 올해 2025년 부산 청년 멘토단 사업에 참여할 청년 60명을 모집합니다. 우리 지역 내 다양한 분야의 전문가와 청년들을 연결하고 전문적인 조언과 교류 기회를 제공하는 멘토링 사업인데요. 청년 멘토단에 참여할 멘티는 부산에 거주하거나 활동하고 있는 18세에서 39세 청년이면 누구나 신청할 수 있습니다. 모집 분야는 시정, 의정, 인공지능, 빅데이터, 해양수산, 환경, 사회, 지배구조, ESG, 또 심리, 세무회계, 법률, 환경 등 20개 분야입니다.
Busan City announced on the 24th that it is recruiting 60 young adults to participate in the Busan Youth Mentor Corps 2025 project to help young people design their careers and strengthen their capabilities. The project is a mentoring program that connects young people with experts in various fields in the region to provide professional advice and exchange opportunities. Mentees can be any young adults aged 18 to 39 who live or work in Busan. There are 20 fields for recruitment, including municipal affairs, politics, artificial intelligence and big data, marine and fisheries, environmental, societal and governance, psychology, tax accounting, law and the environment.
네, 6명이 숨진 기장군 리조트 공사장 화재 당시에 스프링클러가 꺼져 있었을 가능성이 크다는 조사 결과가 나왔습니다. 소방당국과 유가족 등에 따르면 지난 16일 기장군 리조트 화재 당시 스프링클러 작동 여부를 확인할 수 있는 수신기 기록에 물을 공급하는 밸브가 잠겨 있었다는 조사 결과가 나왔는데요. 지난해 준공 승인을 받은 반얀트리 리조트는 스프링클러가 이미 설치돼 있었습니다. 하지만 화재 당시 스프링클러가 불에 녹으면서 작동 여부에 대해서는 정확히 확인되지 않았습니다. 한편 22일 오전에는 리조트 화재 현장에서 유가족 요구한 기자회견을 열기도 했는데요. 시공사인 삼정기업과 삼정 ENC는 화재 9일 만인 그날 사과문 형식의 자료를 내고 고인과 유가족, 부상자분들께 머리 숙여 사죄드린다며 국민 여러분께도 큰 심려를 끼쳐드린 점에 대해 진심 어린 사과를 드린다고 전했습니다.
According to the fire authorities and bereaved families on the 21st, records from the fire alarm panel at the Banyan Tree Resort construction site, where the fire broke out on the 16th, indicated that the valve supplying water to the sprinklers was shut at the time of the incident. The resort had already been fitted with a sprinkler system, having received approval for completion last year. However, due to the intense heat, the sprinklers melted, making it difficult to confirm whether they had functioned properly. This raised concerns that the non-operation of the sprinklers may have been a key factor contributing to the high number of casualties. The bereaved families held a press conference on their demands at the site of the Banyan Tree Resort fire in Kijanggun, Busan, on the morning of the 22nd. 9 days after the fire, the construction companies Samjeong Enterprise and Samjeong E&C issued a statement in the form of an apology, saying, "We deeply apologize to the deceased, their families, and the injured. We also sincerely apologize to the public for causing great concern."
네, 정밀 안전 점검으로 영도고가교에 심야 차량 통행이 전면 통제됩니다. 통제 시간은 27일부터 28일 오전 0시부터 새벽 5시까지 시간입니다. 통제 구간은 영도고가교 양방향인 부산항대교 방면과 남항대교 방면으로 차량이 모두 진입할 수 없게 되는데요. 이번 정밀 안전 점검은 무거운 차량을 교량 위로 통행하면서 구조물의 안전성을 평가하고 물리적, 기능적 결함을 파악하는 그런 시험입니다.
Busan's Yeongdo overpass will be fully closed to traffic for a nighttime safety inspection. According to Busan City, traffic will be restricted in both directions from midnight to 5 a.m. on February the 27th to 28th under the Special Act on the Facility Safety and Maintenance. The closure affects both directions leading to Busan Port Bridge and Namhang Bridge. The inspection involves testing the structural safety of the overpass by allowing heavy vehicles to pass over it, assessing physical and functional defects.
네, 여기까지 부산 소식 전해드리겠습니다.
People have come in to say hello to 홍당당님.
안녕하세요.
또 베니님께서 안녕하세요 홍당당님.
안녕하세요.
마이클 킴님 선생님 반갑습니다. 그리고 줄리엣님 이번에도 이쁘시고 지적이신 라고 적으셨어요. 지적이는 말고 새가 지적이는 거 말고 지적이신 홍정화 아나운서님.
네,
안녕하세요.
표기는 지적이로 되는데 그것이 맞다면 발음은 지적이신 이렇게.
오케이. 지적. 오케이.
이렇게
Slight difference.
스스로 얘기하니까 이거 표기와 발음에 대한 이야기입니다.
Okay.
이것은 그냥 단순히.
Okay. Well, she wrote 지적이신.
감사합니다.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
좋은 얘기죠?
Okay. All right then. Let's move on to our next segment, which is the Proverb segment.
네, 속담입니다. 5초부터 요즘 점점 이 시간이 단축되고 있어요. 자, 속담 천재로 거듭날 것이냐. 오늘도 3가지 속담 전해드리겠습니다.
Let's do this.
뒷부분을 완성해 주세요. 네.
1번.
물에 빠진 사람 구해주니.
오, 나도 빠지게 됐어.
물에 빠진 사람 구하려면 나도 빠지긴 하죠.
그죠.
오.
그런 위험성이 있죠.
그럼요.
네.
그런데 그렇게 위험해서 구해주니.
고맙다고 하지도 않아?
오.
맞아요?
더 한술 더 뜨세요. 하나 더.
날 때렸어.
오.
아직 모르겠어요.
때리는
모르겠어요.
것까지는 뭐 내놔라.
돈 내놔라?
물에 빠진 사람 구해주니 보따리 내놓으라고 한다.
보따리?
네, 그러니까 빠진 사람이 가지고 있던 내 짐.
그것도 좀 구해줘.
그러니까요. 너무하죠. 그렇죠. 물에 빠진 사람을 구하려면 니기 얘기한 것대로 나도 물에 빠져야 되잖아요. 정말 목숨을 내놓고 겨우 건져서 구해놨더니 내 보따리는 어디 갔느냐. 보따리 내놔라 안 한다는 격이에요. 그러니까 위급한 상황에 도움을 주었는데도 그 사람에게 감사함은커녕 생트집을 잡는 경우.
원하는 게 너무 많아.
그러니까요.
약간의 공주병으로 볼 수 있을까요? 이거 좀 구해줘.
네, 은혜를 입었으면
네,
은혜를 갚아야 하고 감사를 표현해야 하는데 그렇잖아요. 예를 들면 요즘에도 지갑을 찾아줬어요. 이 안에 5만 원짜리 6개 있었는데 당신이 가져갔지. 이런 식의 경우가 많아서.
Expecting so much. Okay. Always wanting more, I guess.
네.
아이고. Okay, interesting. Alright then, let's move on to number 2. 두 번째로 넘어가겠습니다.
네. 가지 많은 나무에
가지가지한다.
이것도 통할까요?
모르겠어요.
가지 많은 나무는 어떻죠? 바람이 불면
가지가 많이 떨어진다.
잎도 많고 가지도 많고 하면 막 흔들리잖아요.
그죠?
그런 것처럼 가지 많은 나무 바람 잘 날 없다.
오케이. 무슨 뜻인가요?
가지가 많으면 바람에 더 잘 흔들리니까 자식이 많은 부모는 늘 걱정이 많다. 이렇게. 네, 첫째 걱정 끝나면 둘째가 또 무슨 일이 있어. 둘째 걱정 조금 또 하다가 또 막내가 걱정했어.
그런 부모님이랑 관련된 그런 속담이네요.
네, 그렇죠.
재밌네요. 처음 들었어요.
자식이 많은 부모는 걱정이 끊이지 않는다는 뜻이고요. 또 책임과 부담이 좀 많은 자리, 내가 좀 책임을 지는 곳에 좀 더 있는 사람들은 또 걱정이 끊이지 않는다. 이런 뜻과도 같이 쓰입니다.
그럼 자식이 많이 없는 부모님은 그 가지가 많이 없는 나무겠네요.
그렇게 비유할 수 있죠. 예전에는 우리 형제들이 5남매 이상은 기본이었고요. 8남매, 10남매, 12남매
That's a lot.
이렇게 있었어요. 네.
That's a lot.
요즘은 뭐 한둘,
그죠?
많아야 셋,
요즘은-
다자녀 이렇게 얘기하니까.
요즘은 가지가 많이 없네요.
맞아요.
아이고.
네. 그래도 걱정이 또 많아요.
그렇죠. As a country.
그래도 걱정은 많다.
나라로서.
네.
Okay. All right, that was number 2. Let's move on to
네.
number 3.
입에 쓴 약이
몸에도 좋아.
야.
몸에는 좋다.
그렇습니다.
네. 그죠?
몸에는 좋다.
이건 유명하죠.
병에는 좋다. 네. 자기에 대한 충고나 정말 바른 소리는 듣기는 조금 어렵단 말이에요. 그러나 그것은 받아들이고 내가 또 행동으로 옮기면 그것은 좋은 것이다.
그렇죠. 영어로도 똑같은 속담이 있거든요.
오.
Bitter medicine is better for you.
아, 똑같네요.
Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah. I wonder which came first, chicken or the egg. Yeah.
너무 달달한 것만 먹으면 안 될 것 같아요.
그렇죠. 쓴 것을 좀 먹어야 돼요.
뭐 홍쓴쓴 할까요 이제?
혹시 그렇게 혹시 그 한약을 좋아하세요? 한약을 많이.
한약 좋아해요.
혹시
네.
고3 드셔봤나요? 고3이라는 한약이 있거든요.
고등학교 3학년
그죠,
고3?
그죠. 그런 이름인데
네.
고3이라는 한약이 있는데 세상에서 제일 쓴 약이에요.
그래서 고3
너무 써가지고 제가 토할 뻔했어요. 제가 먹었을 때. 진짜 써요.
고3
한번 기회가 오면 한번 드셔보세요.
몸엔 좋겠죠.
몸에는 엄청 좋겠죠. 너무 맛없어서. If anyone else has tried it, that would be pretty good.
네.
We have 팽수 아빠님 saying 입에 쓴 약이 병에는 좋다.
네,
Oh
맞습니다.
yeah, same thing. I
네.
guess that's the same thing as well. Lots of people messaging in and doing it as well, which is good to see. 가시기 전에 제가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 한번 여쭤보겠습니다.
네.
Today was from 팽수 아빠님. 팽수 아빠님이 제안해 주셔서 감사합니다. 여러분이 생각하는 가장 아름다운 꽃말은 무엇인가요?
꽃말.
꽃말은 뭔가요?
꽃책에 항상 의미가 있어요.
장미가 무슨
뭐,
용감, 용기.
네네네, 그런 것처럼.
오케이.
근데 꽃말을 잘 모르는데?
저는 이런 토픽에 대해서 생각도 얘기한 적이 없어요.
어떤 꽃을 좋아하느냐 했을 때는 저는 예전에 그 작약꽃 그 봉오리도 예쁘고 펴서도 예쁜데
Yeah.
작약이 무슨 꽃말인지는 모르겠네요. 한번 들었는데도 잊었네요.
그럼 제가 무난하게 장미라고 하겠습니다.
네.
Yeah, 장미, rose. Everyone likes a rose. It's England's national flower. 영국의 뭐 어떻게 national flower라고 어떻게 하죠?
국화.
국화. 영국의 국화예요. 예, 장미.
우리 무궁화.
무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다. 그죠? 기차도 있고. 재밌네요. Everyone tell me what is your flower language, I guess.
네.
What is your favorite flower that is representative of you? 소희님께서 자기약이 너무 예뻐요라고
맞아요.
하셨어요. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
감사합니다.
네,
내일 뵙겠습니다.
All right, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is By My Side by David Choi.
I'm just listening to the clock go ticking. I am waiting as the time goes by. I think of you with every breath I take. I need to feel your heartbeat next to mine. You're all I see in everything. I just wanna hold you. I just wanna kiss you. I just wanna love you all my life. I normally wouldn't say this, but I just can't contain it. I want you here forever, right here by my side. just wanna hold you. I just wanna kiss you. I just wanna love you all my life. I normally wouldn't say this, but I just can't contain it. I want you here forever, right here by my side. No one else would ever do. I got a stubborn heart for you. Call me crazy, but it's true. I love you. I didn't think that it would be you who made it clear to me. You're all I need. I just wanna hold you. I just wanna kiss you. I just wanna love you all my life. I normally wouldn't say this, but I just can't contain it. I want you here forever, right here by my side.
By My Side by David Choi, welcoming you back to For Your Busan. It is now 4:33 in the afternoon on a Monday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not too, I don't want to say weak, but lethargic. Sometimes Mondays we feel like we have a lack of energy. We're not excited to start the week. But hopefully while listening to this show, you have a big burst of energy and some positive vibes as well. And I don't think you cannot not have positive vibes, especially with today's text topic, which was kindly suggested by 알아보는. Very creative, very lovely, very poetic today. It's very interesting, so I'm quite happy to do this one. It is, I don't know what a good English translation would be. What would be your flower language? What flower, I don't know, what's your favorite flower, I guess? What's your favorite flower? And why? So what meaning does that flower have to you? 여러분이 생각하는 가장 아름다운 꽃말은 무엇인가요? 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. We got quite a lot of people messaging in, which is really interesting because like I said, I've never really thought about my favorite flower and what meaning it has to me. I guess I don't appreciate them. I think flowers are pretty. I like to take pictures of them. But now I have to think about it. And lots of people are thinking, which is good. So Beninim says, I like to say love, and the reason, my flower language shows my love to our flower that we once see. So you like flowers that look like love. So I guess like a rose, I think. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but have more coming in. Let's have more coming in. So earlier, 홍당당님 said her favorite one was 작약. And 팽수아빠님 says, who's an expert, by the way, says 작약의 꽃말은 수줍음입니다. 되게 맞는 것 같아요. She's a very shy person. She's very humble and shy and, not flamboyant. So, yeah, I think that represents her very well. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. 소희님 says, 지금 저희 집에도 작약이랑 장미랑 튤립이랑 여러 꽃 고쳐 있는데 라고 하셨어요. Wow, and lots of emoticons as well. You must have a very beautiful house because flowers, they brighten up every room and they make you feel really nice. Michael Kim님 saying 제가 좋아하는 꽃은요 수선화 or narcissus 이고 꽃말은 자기 사랑, 자존심, 고결, 신비라고 합니다. 팀 버튼 감독의 빅 피쉬라는 영화의 주인공이 좋아한다고 해서 유은 맥그레거가 주인공 집 앞에 노란색 수선화가 가득하도록 밤새 심어두고 고백을 했던 장면이 기억에 납니다. 라고 했어요. Big Fish. I saw that when I was really young and I don't remember. I just remember there's a really big dude in it. I don't remember the flower scene. But that's amazing that you saw that movie. When did it come out? 2003년에 나왔나요? Like 20년 넘었겠죠? Yeah, it's been over 20 years. And you remember that scene. And so I guess that's why 수선화 or narcissus is really beautiful to you. I thought 수선화 meant repaired shoes. But I guess it means narcissus as well. And you know what? That makes sense. You know the word narcissus, like narcissistic. And then you said the 꽃말은 자기 사랑, which I guess is like, 허영심. In a way, you're kind of vain, you love yourself. I'm sure Michael Kim, you're not like that. But everyone has a little bit of those. Me too. You know, if I look in the mirror, I want to look nice. So that's really interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Juliet Nim says, I like 토끼풀 or clover, especially the four-leaf clover. It's believed to be a symbol of good luck, faith, hope, and love. So cute. 이라고 했어요. Oh, that's a really cute name, 토끼풀. I guess that's the clover. That's really cute. I like that. Yeah, four-leaf clovers. I don't know if I've ever found one. I like to think that I found one, but really, I don't think I've ever found one. Have you? Did you ever find one? That'd be awesome if you did. Now, 펭수 아빠님 saying 장미는 여러 가지 꽃말이 있어요. Ah, yeah, because I like 장미. 닉 빨간 장미는 열렬한 사랑을 뜻하고 흰색 장미는 순결함, 청순함 등이 있네요. 와, 진짜 전문가시네요. 어떻게 이렇게 잘하시나요? That's really impressive, 펭수 아빠님. 약간 좀 반전 매력이 있어요. I thought, you know, I never knew that. I know you're very creative. I didn't know you knew a lot about flowers. So that's very cool to hear. Let's have a look here. 고수님생 저는 꽃이랑 인연 끊고 지냅니다. 예전에 아내에게 꽃다발 선물했는데 별로 안 이쁘고 비싸게 샀다고. 그 뒤로 꽃이랑 인연 끊어서 꽃말을 잘 모르겠네요. 슬픈 소식입니다. Hey, it's reality, right? It's fine. It's fine, but thank you for sharing that anyway. 포님생 꽃말에 약해서 검색해봤는데 불로초, 당신을 믿고 따릅니다. 이게 마음에 드네요. 이런 사람 한 명만 있어줘도 얼마나 힘이 될까요? One day, I do hope that person will be with you, 포님, if they're not already. Fighting. Keep going. Anyone else? Lalanim, welcome to the show, saying 달리아꽃. Okay, 달리아꽃. 달리아꽃 꽃말은요. 당신의 사랑이 나를 행복하게 합니다. That's very sweet. Is that dahlias in English? I know very little about flowers in English. So, yeah, I don't know what that is in English. I'm assuming dahlias. It sounds right. Soinem saying, I heard floriography is simply a fancy name for the language of flowers. White lily means my love is pure. White jasmine means friendliness. Floriography. That makes sense. That does make a lot of sense because a florist is somebody who sells flowers. So I guess the word flor, something, is the Latin or the French for flowers. 재밌네요. Also saying red tulip means I declare my love. 튤립이 마음에 드네요. You know what? I like tulips, but they're always sold out in Korea. I try to buy some flowers. I can never find tulips because they get snatched up really, really quickly. I found some really nice ones in France, but I find it difficult to find them here because they're very popular. 진리님 saying 저도 오랜만에 집에 꽃을 뒀어요. 사실 어제 종류의 결혼식 가서 받아온 꽃. Hey, did you catch it, 진리님? Aren't you married already? You can't get married again. Well, I mean, you can, but you know, I hope you love whoever you're with. Do you mean the 신부님? She threw the flowers backwards, and you caught them. Hey, that's for single people only, isn't it? Right, 장피? That's for single people. Oh, maybe you're single, 진리님. I actually don't know. Sorry. Well, I hope you enjoy the flowers, and that they decorate your home and make you happy. Everyone, keep sending me your messages about what is your, I'm going to use this word, what is your floriography? That doesn't really make sense either, but 여러분이 생각하는 가장 아름다운 꽃말은 무엇인가요? Send me your answers is today's text topic. All right, don't go anywhere because Jimmy is in the building.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
It's funny that today's text topic is about 꽃말 because we have 꽃보다 남자의 주인공 지민호가 들어왔습니다.
Jimmy in the building.
지민호 꽃보다 남자. Jimmy, what is your favorite 아름다운 꽃말?
I like tulips because it represents forever love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people really like tulips. 소희님 says tulip 겨울에 많이 나오는데라고 했어요.
Oh.
Okay, that's really interesting. And if you go to Seoul in 남대문 꽃시장, there's really cheap tulips. 거기로 가면 지금 튤립이 엄청 싸게 많이 파는데
Wow.
제가 사드리고 싶네요라고 했어요. 감사합니다. As I always say, 마음만 받겠습니다. 그래도 감사합니다, 소희님.
맞아요.
꽃보다 지민호, says Michael Kimnim, for sure. What's your favourite flower? Tulips? Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you buy them often for your loved ones?
Well, not often, but on a special day. And yeah, whenever I feel like it.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, you're here to talk about the hot places in the city. What is this segment all about?
Oh, yeah. This segment is all about I go to various events, activities, and festivals in Busan and introduce those events. And then I get to meet some cool people and then I get to interview and then I share it to you guys.
For sure. Sounds great. So where are we going today?
Yeah, I mean, last Saturday, which was on 22nd of February, there was a really cool event. There was a national traditional kite flying competition.
연날리기?
맞아요. It was
재밌었겠다.
held in 동래 읍성.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it was
sounds fun.
really fun.
Do
it
you-
was,
yeah.
It was actually really cold though.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But the wind is quite strong these days, so
Right.
it would have been effective. Is kite flying something you did when you were young, maybe with your dad or your parents?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in kindergarten and like maybe first and second grade in elementary school, yeah, we did so.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I did a lot of it, buy a kite and crash it and destroy it. But it's the memories, right?
Right. I mean, I totally feel you because those ones that I actually put my effort in and make those, I don't crash them.
Oh,
but those
yeah.
ones that I buy them,
Yeah.
I just crash
저는
them.
반대예요. The ones that I love, I end up crashing, not on purpose.
Of course.
Just the wind takes them
Yeah.
down. Well, these are obviously professionals because it's a competition about 연날리기. Which is
맞아요.
interesting.
Well, but anyone can actually sign up for it because there are actually two different groups from 3rd grade to 6th grade for elementary school and for adults.
Okay, brilliant stuff. So I'm excited. Let's go straight into it. So can you tell us basic information about this national traditional kite flying competition?
Yeah, sure. The competition actually featured various categories, including traditional Korean kites, which it names 방패연 and 가오리연. It creative kites and team-based performances too. So the skilled kite flyers actually demonstrated incredible techniques. And then as for the younger ones, I mean, as what we have just mentioned, as soon as like you fly it up, it just basically crashes on the bottom because of the strong wind and then less skill sets.
Right.
But anyways, participating them, in this, kite competition itself actually brings a lot of good memories and it's actually a great experience for them to try. And then
what's the competition like?
the competition, they actually get to do this competition for elementary schools from 3rd to 6th.
Oh, so it's like a kid's cute thing.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I'm not. That looks amazing. But I thought it was going to be like some, like pro skydivers.
They actually did that for adults too.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so there were actually 2 different categories. Yeah,
like
it was
that.
cool.
그 빨간 황소, they
맞아요.
have those like big competitions.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. Well, if you're looking online, the videos there, that looks so fun.
Yeah, I actually filmed it and then I was actually really, suffering from cold, but it was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then I actually wanted to like ask one of the staff, can I go try? But nope, you're not in it. So just stay back and,
Stay back.
take a video. It's okay.
It looks so much fun.
Yeah, it
but
was.
Looking at it, I can do better. All right.
Oh, for sure.
Anyway, let's go into it. You went and got some interviews,
Yeah.
right?
For the first interview, I actually had the opportunity to listen to the basic details of this competition through an interview with Lee Jung-hyun, the section chief of the Cultural Tourism Division in Busan 동래구. So let's check out the audio clip together.
네, 안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
예, 반갑습니다. 저는 동래구 문화관광과 지역유산계장 이정형입니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 부산 동래 전국 전통 연날리기 대회에 대한 간단한 소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
전국 연날에 대회는 올해 3회째를 맞이하고요. 초등부 3에서 6학년하고 일반부로 크게 나눠가지고 전국에 걸쳐서 이제 참여하는 대회로 진행하고 있습니다.
이번 축제의 메인 컨셉 그리고 프로그램에 대한 소개 간략하게 또 부탁드리겠습니다.
기본적으로 컨셉이라고 하면 뭐 어린이들하고 장년층이 이제 연날리기에 대해서 참여 한번 해가지고 어떤 세대 간의 어울림 마당이라고 하는 게 하나 있고요. 그다음에 이제 연을 띄울 때까지 이제 학생과 학부모가 또 합심해가지고 어쨌든 가족 간의 어떤 화합과 사랑 뭐 이런 걸 돈독히 할 수 있는 이런 기회의 장. 이런 식으로 한번 컨셉을 잡아봤습니다.
네, 올해가 3회차라고 말씀해 주셨는데요. 담당자님께 연날리기 대회란이라는 키워드로 말씀해 주시면 어떤 게 있을까요?
연날리기 대회라는 것은 뭐 나쁜 애군을 막고 소망을 실어 날리면서 어떤 호연직이나 이런 걸 키울 수 있는 우리의 전통 민속 놀이 대회다고 할 수 있겠습니다.
아, 네, 감사합니다. 좋은 말씀 감사드리고 내년에도 또 한번 대회를 볼 수 있도록 또 저 기대하고 있겠습니다.
예, 고맙습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
예.
Yeah, this year actually marks the third time. And yeah, it was really great for the elementary school participants and also the adults. And then kite flying, meaning for him is to actually get to prevent the bad luck and praise good spirits by sending wishes on a kite.
Oh, really? So it's not just flying for fun. It has
No.
a meaning, a traditional
Right.
meaning behind it.
For sure.
Is that what they were writing on? I didn't get to read it, but I saw some of the kites had writing on it.
Well, for the decoration part, the participants actually can write whatever they want, like their names on it, their schools, and whatsoever. But yeah, I think those meanings are actually into it too.
Okay. Oh, they've written their names and things like
Right.
that. That's really awesome. That's really cute. So you obviously got some more interviews.
For sure.
Okay, tell us.
Yeah, as for the second interview, I had an interview with a mother who participated in the kite making event and came to watch the competition with her son. So we actually got to talk about a lot. So let's listen to the audio clip together.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 동네에 사는 유건이 엄마 정지혜라고 합니다.
네, 저희가 아시다시피 이렇게 지금 동네에서 전통 연날리기 대회를 한창 진행 중인데요. 이렇게 한번 보시게 되고 참여하시게 된 게 처음이실까요?
네, 처음입니다. 복천박물관에서 연 만들기 프로그램이 있더라고요. 거기 보니까 거기에서 참여하게 됐는데 거기서 연날리기 대회가 있다 해서 그냥 한번 구경하러 왔습니다.
아, 올해는 그냥 이렇게 또 참관하시러 오셨는데
네.
올해가 3회차거든요. 혹시 내년에도 진행을 하게 된다면 복천박물관에서 연 만드시기도 참여하시고 이렇게 대회에도 내년에는 한번 좀 참여하실 의향이 있는지 한번 여쭤볼게요.
네, 우리 아이가 보더니 보기만 하니까 심심하다고 내년에는 참여하고 싶다고 그러더라고요. 그리고 여기 3학년 이상 참여 가능해서 우리 애도 내년에는 학년도 되니까 그냥 추억 삼아 재미 삼아 참여해보고자 합니다.
마지막으로 이렇게 어떻게 보면 저희가 도심 속에서 또 연날리기 대회도 하고 어떻게 보면 연날리기 자체가 굉장히 오래전에도 많이 했었던 거기도 하잖아요.
네.
이렇게 보시니까 좀 어떤 생각이 드시고 어떤 만감이 좀 교차하시는지 여쭤보고 싶습니다.
네. 사실 요즘 애들이 휴대폰만 많이 하고 뛰어노는 게 부족한데 사실 연날리기 저는 요 근처에 살아서 한 번씩 애랑 연 들고 오면 날리는데 사실 도심에는 연날리 공간도 별로 없지 않습니까? 그래서 좀 연날리 공간도 많아지고 애들이 좀 휴대폰 놔두고 이렇게 뛰어노는 놀이를 온 동네에서 곳곳에서 많이 하면 좋겠다는 생각이 들었어요.
와, 감사합니다. 다음번에 또 기회 되면 뵙겠습니다.
It
Yeah,
seemed, like a place for families.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually came to watch the competition after making the kites. They actually participated in a kite making class at Bokcheon Museum,
Right.
which was like right next to it. And yeah, she thought that it would be really nice if kids could actually leave their phones and run around the neighborhood. with a kite or, whatsoever.
That's, I don't mean to sound like an old man, but that's what kids need these days, right?
Yeah.
라떼는 말이야.
맞아요.
Okay.
맞아요.
All right, we've got another audio clip, right?
Yeah, lastly, I actually got to interview a participant who was a 4th grade in elementary school, and then she was really, really adorable, and then I really thank her for answering these questions. So let's listen to the last audio clip together.
안녕하세요. 간단하게 자기소개 부탁드립니다.
교동초등학교의 김지서입니다.
안녕하세요. 이번 연날리기 대회 참여가 처음일까요?
아니요, 저번 연도에도 했었어요.
올해도 지금 참여를 한 거죠? 오늘 막상 해보니까 지금 어떻고 결과는 어떤가요?
본선에서 탈락해서 아쉬웠어요.
근데 연을 되게 예쁘게 잘 만들었는데 막상 우리 친구가 연 날리기 직접 작년에도 해봤지만 올해도 이렇게 만들어보고 날려보니까 조금 기분이 어때요?
재밌고 다음번에는 더 한다면 잘할 수 있을 것 같아요.
그러면 작년에도 했고 올해도 했는데 가끔 한 번씩 여기에 와서 연습도 하나요? 아니요. 그 정도는 아니에요. 그러면 마지막으로 친구들이 요즘 어떻게 보면 연날리기를 많이 안 하잖아요. 그래서 그런 친구들한테 조금 한마디 이거 정말 하니까 재밌다 이런 식으로 한마디 해줄 수 있다면 좀 어떤 얘기를 해줄 수 있을까요?
친구들이랑 같이 여기 와서 재밌게 연날리고 1등해서 상품도 받아자고 하고 싶어요.
알겠습니다. 그러면 내년에도 꼭 참여해서 내년에는 꼭 1등해서 상품을 받았으면 좋겠어요. 감사합니다.
I really like her attitudes.
For sure.
That was Kim Ji-seo, the owner of the kite that's currently displayed on YouTube.
That's right. I even asked her to would it be possible for me to take a photo of your kite? And she's like, yeah, sure.
I think not everyone's going to win a competition, and to have that attitude, I didn't win, but next year 한 번 더 하고 싶다고.
맞아요.
And I think that's admirable. Good on you, Kim Ji-seo.
Right. She was a little disappointed that she couldn't make it to the final, but yeah, she's willing to retry next year.
We had a message from 만학도 영어님 saying 안녕하세요. 어릴 때 할아버지께서 만들어주신 연을 오빠들이랑 날리던 기억이 나네요. 그때는 연 싸움을 많이 했는데 that would be really fun, just targeting each other. But your 할아버지 made them for you. You got to be careful with them.
Right.
I'm sure that was a great memory. Jimmy, thank you so much for bringing us this great competition that's happening right in Busan. It seems like a lot of fun. If you've got good gloves, warm gloves and long padding, I think this is something we can recommend to people.
Yeah, I will definitely bring those next year.
For sure. Jimmy, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys next week.
All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up the first half here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back at 5. This is a song requested by Benny Nim. It's I Love You by Position.
돌이킬 수 없는 걸
부산영어방송.
새로운 다우니. 건조기를 사용하면 섬유유연제 향기가 사라진다고요? 깜짝 놀라실 거예요. 다우니는 건조기를 사용한 후에도 향이 오래오래. 그래서 입는 순간까지. 다우니 7일간 피어나는 향수. 다우니.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산. 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
These are the guidelines for action for people on prevention and response in the event of a fire in multi-use facilities. First, the facility manager should thoroughly inspect firefighting facilities. In the event of a fire, a prompt report and announcement should be made, and then check the priority evacuation support and availability of evacuation. Second, you should close the door and avoid using the elevator when you evacuate. You should also move quickly, covering your nose and mouth with a wet towel and keeping your posture low. Third, if evacuation is not possible, request rescue from a location visible from the outside, such as a window, and take measures to prevent smoke from entering the interior. This was brought to you by the Ministry of the Interior and Safety and the National Fire Agency.
The weather is so nice today. I'm sure this won't be a big deal.
A 3-second long lapse in judgment can burn up an entire mountain, which will take 100 years to recover. We can protect these lush forests if you follow these guidelines. First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
포열 부산 아닙니까? 원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
포열 부산.
포열 부산.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, good morning. Jonah Chimayuda. My name is Luke, and currently I live in Jeju Island. And I've been living in Korea for many years, and I'm here in Busan, the wonderful Busan, for some travel and enjoyment.
All right, and tell us, how many times have you visited to Busan?
3 times. I've cycled there, I've drove my motorcycle, and this time I took an airplane.
Okay, first of all, why don't you tell us about the motorcycle and bike trips? How did you decide to cycle to Busan or motorcycle to Busan?
Well, long ago, I used to live in Seoul, so I used to do a lot of cycling. I did the Namhangang from Seoul to Busan, which obviously a lot of people did, and it's super amazing. The second time, I just did some, riding motorcycles in Korea is just amazing. I did the East Coast down all the way to Busan, went up to Jirisan. It's just super beautiful.
All right, so you rode your bicycle, first of all the way from Seoul all the way down to Busan. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about this trip? First of all, how do you prepare for a trip like this? How long does it take?
Well, how long? It just depends on how many kilometers you want to do in one day. We did it in 2 nights. So that way, there were some big days. One day was 200 kilometers and stuff. We were a couple people, so we just enjoyed ourselves. But I used to be a big cyclist, so that's why we were able to do some big days. And it was pretty good. Coming into Busan, it was a little windy, but it's just super beautiful to end up towards that big dam and just see the ocean. It was super amazing.
And were you cycling all night then, or did you take breaks? How did that work?
Well, mainly we just cycled mostly in the mornings, and in the afternoon we were just relaxed. And we stayed at these different places, like on these farms, kind of like Minbak type of style, which I thought was better because they have food ready for you and a beer. It's just a better Korean experience, I guess, instead of just sleeping at a hotel in some town. So.
And what about motorcycle riding? Have you been motorcycling before you lived in Korea, or did you pick that up here?
Yeah, coming from northern Canada, I used to ride my, motorcycles in the woods and stuff, like enduro bikes and motorcycles. So once I moved here, I was like, man, this is going to be super amazing to ride your motorcycle. It's easy just to get out Gangwon-do and other provinces. And going down to Busan was just super amazing, especially via the East Coast. Oh, so beautiful.
And how would you compare the two? What is the benefit of riding a cycle, a regular bicycle, and what is the benefit of riding a motorcycle?
Well, a bicycle, you can go in more like, little side places, more hidden places. You can be obviously on the bicycle trail, where it brings you to a lot of cool spots. The motorcycle, obviously, it's less tiring. And if you want to go check out something on the side, like on your bike, this is 5 kilometers away. On a bicycle, that's far, but a motorcycle could just zip down so you can explore more and see more. And there's pros and cons too, like motorcycles can be a little bit more dangerous in traffic, etc. So pros and cons to both.
Oh, wonderful. All right. And so you said now you're living in Jeju, but where else have you lived in Korea?
Actually, just Seoul and Jeju. I was just tired of the big city life, so I bought a Damas. Everybody loves Damases. So I bought a Damas in Seoul, drove down to Mokpo, took the ferry up to Jeju, and I've been living on Jeju now for 6 or 7 years.
Wow, that's so cool. And so how would you compare your life in Seoul and your life in Canada and your life in Jeju? How would you compare the three?
Well, Seoul was really fun, at first, because, it's a cool city. It's very fun. You get to meet a lot of people, a lot of good restaurants, a lot of mountains to go trail running and cycling, etc. But after a little while, it just got kind of tiring with all the people and the subway rides. So when I moved down to Jeju, it was a lot more relaxing. You just get a car, you got the island life. Ooh, just like Busan. Busan is a cool place. It's just a different vibe from being in Seoul to Busan and Jeju. It's just a totally different experience. And Canada obviously is very different because I'm from Northern Ontario. So I grew up in the forest, so it was very different. So, yeah.
Oh, very cool. And what are your plans for this year? Are you going to do any more adventure vacations, any cycling trips, any motorcycle trips? What are your plans for this year?
Well, motorcycle is out the window now because now I'm married and my wife said, no more motorcycles. So motorcycle chapter is, sadly done. But cycling, I would like to come back for sure and do the East Coast again and go to Busan again. That'd be nice. Busan is a cool place with a lot of good restaurants, a lot of good matchips. So that'd be really cool. For running, I want to do more adventure traveling with running. Especially there's a lot of nice mountains around. There's the Busan 50K too. That seems very interesting. So all that kind of stuff would be very cool to do. Too many options. So little time, too many options.
All right. Well, I hope you can have a wonderful year ahead full of adventure and come back to Busan again. Thank you so much.
Thanks. And let's go have some Busan milmyeon. Ow!
thank you to Tegan for bringing us on the mic today. And we had Luc Tremblay. Seems like a really cool dude. Originally from Canada, but now lives on Jeju Island. But was visiting Busan for the time being. It was his third visit to the city. But in the past, he's ridden his bike here and also come by motorcycle, which, as you heard, his wife forbids him to ride anymore. That's understandable, right? She's worried for his safety. He tells about his different trips and explains that on a bicycle, you can see things up close. And on a motorcycle, you can travel quickly. But of course, it is more dangerous, he says. He tells about how he previously lived in Seoul and loved living in the big city, but appreciates Jeju's nature as well. And he grew up in the countryside in Canada, so he appreciates that kind of stuff. And this year, Luke would like to continue cycling and do the East Coast Trail in Korea. We wish him all the best, and it's great that he's enjoying a bit of Busan life. Michael Kim-nim said, 룩님 대단해요. 서울에서 부산까지 이틀 만에 바이크를 타고 온다니. Right, a lot of people say you can come fairly quickly. 2 days is very quick, though. I thought it took at least a week. But I guess, the length of the country is not too long. And if you're on a bike, it should make quick work. But really awesome stuff. One day, I do love cycling myself. Never managed to do something as long as that. But who knows, maybe one day. And we have this segment every single day to meet the people who live in the city and, like Luke, just drop by too. The time is now 5:08 in the afternoon. We've got lots of messages coming in. A lot of them about flowers, because that is today's text topic. 오늘의 텍스트 토픽은요. 여러분이 생각하는 가장 아름다운 꽃말은 무엇인가요? 입니다. But a lot of talk about flowers. I'm learning a little bit as well. 소희님 says, so 작약 is peonies. Peonies. I've heard of peonies. Okay. peony는 너무 이쁘죠. 이제 봄이 되면 freesia의 계절이 와요. freesias. I know freesias too. Okay, it's coming back to me. And Lala님 said that they really like freesias, saying 저는 후리지아 꽃 좋아해요. 봄 하면 후리지아, 후리지아 하면 봄. 이 계절에 어울리는 꽃인 것 같아요. 라고 하셨어요. Freesias. I'll have to see a picture to remember what they look like. Michael Kim-nim saying 부산으로 이사 와서 처음 살았던 동네가 해운대의 어떤 마리나 아파트였는데요. 봄에 가면 결혼식장처럼 벚꽃이 미친 듯이 흩날립니다. 혹시 기회가 되시면 이번 봄에 꼭 방문해 보세요라고 하셨어요. Interesting. Okay, I might have to check that out. When the cherry blossoms all come, I do like to check out the main spots. The one in Gwangali, like Soinen mentioned, the one, those apartments that they're thinking of redeveloping. It's a very famous area, as well as 달맞이 꽃길 as well. That's a really nice place to see them, if you can fight through the crowds, of course. So anyone else with favorite flowers? Tell me what you like, what kind of flowers that tickle your fancy. We've got some more messages coming in. Nim, welcome to the show. It's fantastic to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Jinli-nim asked Chang PD what flower he likes. Chang PD님은 무슨 꽃을 좋아하세요? But he's like, 나 몰라. 꽃을 안 좋아해. You said 벚꽃? Looking at the message board, you said 벚꽃? Yeah. You just 그냥 막 답해 주신 거죠. 예, 벚꽃을 진짜 좋아하세요. It is pretty. It is pretty. When is 벚꽃 season? In like a month, 2 months?
Right, in 1 or 2 months.
Okay. I look forward to that. It'll make for some good date courses, I think. We have Chae Sung-nim as well messaging in, saying good afternoon. Welcome to the show, Chae Sung-nim. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Okay, remember, if you want to participate, you can send your messages to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or a BFM app message, or even better, just go onto YouTube and type in Busan 영어방송, click on For Your Busan, and you can see me in the studio and talk with all of our lovely mates here in the live chatting area. Get a bit interactive. Okay. We're going to take a quick song break, and then we'll be back with Quizmaster. This was requested by Michael Kim-nim. This is 벚꽃 엔딩 by Bosco Bosco.
그대여 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 마지막 노래 어떤가요? 몰랐던 그대와 단둘이 손잡고 알 수 없는 이 떨림과 둘이 걸어요. 봄바람이 날리며 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 울려 퍼질 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 봄바람이 날리며 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 울려 퍼질 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 그대여 우리 이제 손잡아요. 이 거리에 마침 들려오는 사랑 노래 어떤가요? 사랑하는 그대와 단둘이 손잡고 알 수 없는 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 봄바람이 날리며 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 울려 퍼질 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 봄바람이 날리며 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 울려 퍼질 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 모르게 바람 불면 저편에서 그대여 네 모습이 자꾸 겹쳐 또 울렁이는 기분 탓에 나도 모르게 바람 불면 저편에서 그대여 네 모습이 자꾸 겹쳐 사랑하는 연인들이 많군요. 알 수 없는 친구들이 많아요. 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 많군요. 좋아요. 봄바람이 날리며 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 울려 퍼질 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 봄바람이 날리며 흩날리는 벚꽃잎이 울려 퍼질 이 거리를 둘이 걸어요. 그대여 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 그대여
수비두비 수비두비 빰빠라 수비두비 빠람빰 수비두비 수비두비 나 지켜봐가 stupid man.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now 5:15 in the afternoon. We just listened to 벚꽃 Ending by Buska Buska, requested by Michael Kimnim. Thank you very much for that floral song. It was getting me excited for the cherry blossoms. And thank you for sharing your memories as well about your wife's grandmother and how she was how do you say it? A mother-in-law character to you. That's very sweet. Thank you for sharing that. Welcome, Drift Monkeynim, to the show. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. And Sudok Shonnim as well. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. Hope you're all having a great day, a very flower-filled day, if possible. Talking a lot about flowers today, because today's text topic is, what is your favorite flower meaning? And I really don't know how to phrase that in English. 여러분이 생각하는 가장 아름다운 꽃말은 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. How would you say that in English, Chang PD? I don't know. That concept doesn't really exist in 꽃말. Like, What's your favorite flower meaning? And why do you like that flower? 좀 애매해요, 영어로. Yeah. I guess it's one of those difficult to translate ones, like 답답하다, right? Difficult to translate, but very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It is now time for... Oh, before we move on, Chae-sung-nim also messaged in her favorite flowers, saying, my favorite are roses. They look gorgeous, and the red ones feel very passionate. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why red roses are the symbol of Valentine's Day, right? Passion, love, ooh, steamy stuff. And then saying cherry blossoms are blooming soon enough. Looking forward to that very much. All right, as you can hear by the music, it's time for our Quizmaster segment. This is where you have the chance to win a prize and get creative too. Today's quiz is the acrostic poem contest. Now, using word of the day, please create an acrostic poem. If you don't know what an acrostic poem is, which I had no idea what it was until I started the show, it's 이행시입니다. So it starts with the first letter of each letter, some word, I don't know. Anyway, it's 이행시. And you can make it fun, meaningful, and if you do, your chances of becoming the winner will be much, much higher. So today's word, 오늘의 단어는 뭘까요? 매일 찾아오는 점심시간, 혼밥을 즐기는 사람도 있고 누군가와 함께 먹는 것을 즐기는 사람도 있습니다. During lunchtime, do you often prefer eating alone or with someone? Regardless, everyone, at least most people, enjoy lunch. 점심. 네, 오늘의 단어는 점심입니다. 멋진 시를 보내주신 분들 중에 추첨을 통해서 선물을 드리겠습니다. 점심, lunch. Don't do the English, it's too long. Just do 점심. Send your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050, cost you 101, KakaoTalk message or YouTube live message. YouTube would be great. You can share your creative answers with everybody. You know, show us how artistic and how poetic you are. 그리고 오늘의 토픽에 관한 여러분의 참여도 기다리고 있습니다. If you do that, there will be prizes, potentially. So send your messages in. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with some answers and we'll be reading some too. This is requested by Sudok-shon-nim, Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi.
I'm going on during this time. I feel there's no one to save me. This all and nothing really got away, you're driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. This all and nothing way of loving, go be sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to hear, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved, and I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your sound till I come back around. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. getting kinda used to being someone you love, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, to let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It's 5:22 in the afternoon. We just listened to Someone You Loved by Louis Capaldi, requested by 수덕쇼님. 감사합니다. Okay, so we're in the middle of Quizmaster, and this is an acrostic poem quiz. 이행시 시간입니다. We're taking all of yours and out over a specific word. 매일 먹지만 먹을 때마다 새로운 것을 먹고 싶은 점심입니다. Lunch. Have you decided what you're going to have for tomorrow's lunch? Or did you have a great lunch today? Regardless, today is lunch. And we've got a few coming in. Well, I'm worried because a lot of people are saying they're bored. I hope they're not bored with the show, otherwise I might not be here anymore. So let's have a look here. Okay, we have Jubronim saying 점점 심심해진다. 아이고, 걱정이 되네요. Why? 이 쇼를 들으면서 혹시 심심해지시는 건가요? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're talking about something else. But that's a good 이행시 regardless. 소희님 saying 점심 먹고 For Your 부산 시작하는 4시까지는 너무 심심해요. That's good. I like that one, Soinem. Thank you very much. I can just imagine you having a very boring day until 4 p.m. But I know that's not true. I know you have a very eventful life with great work and lots of traveling. You do lots of traveling. I'm sure you're not bored. 성이름님, welcome to the show. Good to see you, my friend. Saying 점심 먹고 나면 심하게 졸림. That's a good one. That's a good one. I do often feel quite 나른해요, quite heavy, quite tired after a nice lunch. Let's have a look here. Okay, we have 3865번님 saying 점점 더 시간 갈수록 심심해진다. 오늘 할 일을 다 해서. Yeah, there you go. I think lots of people are echoing similar sentiments. They're quite bored as time goes on. Who else have we got? We've got 7805번님 saying 점심 먹고 졸고 있다가 심한 소리 한번 들을래? I don't want to be your friend. I do want to be your friend. That was a good one, very creative. 최이승님 saying 점수가 자꾸 오르락 내리락 심술쟁이 같아. Oh, are you talking about maybe your sons when they were in school? Like the grades are all over the place? Yeah. Is it 심술쟁이? Is it like when you do resuscitating in it? Oh no, it's not like that, is it? Well, how would you translate 심술쟁이? He's getting the 번역기 out. You should know. I don't know anyway. I can kind of guess the feeling. 조현철님, welcome to the show. Good to see you, buddy. Saying 점점 배가 고프고 심심해지네. 점심시간이구나. So you get bored at around lunchtime. Yeah, I guess you can get quite bored of your work. That can get quite boring for sure. Michael Nim saying 점마 금마 아이가? What's that? 나쁜 말 아닌가요? Okay, I've already read it. Too late. 늦었어요 이제. 심상치 않은 숙검댕이 눈썹. 보열 부산 닉네임 아이가. 감사합니다. My lovely, luscious charcoal eyebrows. Thank you, Michael Kimnim. Thank you, Michael Kimnim. Juliet Nim saying 점심이라 어렵네요. 점짜는 BFM 사장님께서 심사숙고 끝에 장 PD님과 닉의 월급을 올려주세요. Yes, let's show this to the BFM 대표에 좀 보여줍시다. Let's show this to them. Julianne, thank you very much. Fighting to you. Busan Is, welcome to the show. Fantastic to see you. 진혁손님, hello. This is his 이행시, or their 이행시, saying 심해지게 재밌어지는 For Your 부산. 아이고. Wait, does that make sense? 점점. I read 점심 심심해지게. 점점. I see, 진혁손님. That's good. I like it. 점점 심해지게 재밌어지는 For Your 부산. 감사합니다. I appreciate that one. All right, we've got more coming in. Let's take a song break first, and I'll come back and read some more. Next song is going to be... What do we got? Oh, we got some Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night. No autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. No Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, so oh so new, to fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I do. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, of my heart, of my
I just called to say I love you by Stevie Wonder. Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. We're in the middle of our segment Quizmaster, and today we're going over acrostic poems. 매일 먹지만 먹을 때마다 새로운 것을 먹고 싶은 점심입니다. So we've got a lot of creative ones coming in, and they're really coming in now. So 점심 is the 이행시 for today. Let's have a look here. All right. 강성헌님, welcome to the show. saying 점점 눈앞에 그녀만 보여요. 심각한 상사병에 걸렸나 봐요. Really, okay, interesting. I wonder. I assume a lot of people are married. I don't know why. Maybe because I am as well. But maybe I think I've just discovered something about you, unless you're talking about your wife. But thank you for that message. All right, Neil님, hello, welcome to the show. saying 점점 퇴근이 멀어지네요. 심심할 틈이 없네요. Oh dear. I can feel you on that one. All right, let's have a look. We've got some creative ones here. For your 부산. 부산아재님, okay, saying 점점 커지는 포열 부산에 대한 나의 마음. 심심할 겨를이 없지에. Oh yeah, I always forgot. I have to do it in 사투리 with you. Okay, thank you for that one. More. 음파님 saying 점점 날이 길어지고 있습니다. 심하게 밝네요. 퇴근길이. Oh, okay. That's a good thing, isn't it? It's bright when you're going home. That's what I love about getting closer to summer solstice. Youngnim, hello, saying, okay, the thing is I have to vet these before I read them because you never know when a kind of strange one will come up. So I'm having to hesitate a little bit. Like Youngnim. I can't read that, can I? Can I read that one? Chang PD? Youngnim. I'm sure it's very good, but can I say that?
On YouTube?
Yeah. Okay. I'll delay. I'll put a pause on that one. Lala님 saying 점마 와줘라 너 심각해 보이네. 점심을 맵게 먹더니 심하게 배탈이 났나 봐요. Okay, that's good. Safe. Soy님 saying 점프해서 계단을 올라갔더니 심장이 뛰네요. I like it. I was hoping for someone to use the word jump as well. Jump is apart from jom and jump, those are the only two I can really think of. Apart from 점심. But that's boring, using the same word. 수덕선님 saying, I just called to say I love you. Oh, that's very nice. All right, 음파님 coming up with another one saying 점심 때 밥을 조금 먹었더니 심하게 배고프네. Oh, that's good. That's always good. I like that one. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense for me. Any more? Okay. I'm trying to see which ones we have. Chang PD, can I read it? It's okay. I always don't know if I can read it. Now I've lost it. Okay. No, I've lost it. Oh no, that's the trouble with the YouTube comments. Sometimes I can't find it because it disappears. Okay, Youngnim saying 점심 차려 임마. 심 말고 신. Okay. I don't even know why I read that one. Thank you for your efforts, Youngnim. Regardless, I appreciate that. Okay. Any more? All right, Chang PD, how about you give us one? 점쟁이 뭐. Yeah. 점점.
심하게 어려워지는 이행시.
역시 순발력이 대단하시다. That's a good one. We have one from actually our writer sent us one as well. 홍 작가님. This is saying 점심 먹은 뒤에 졸리고 심할 때 커피 한 잔 하세요. Oh, to this winner. Okay, she's already chosen the winner. Okay, we do have a lot, but I'm going to read the winner now. Okay, everyone, are you ready? We had lots of creative ones. We're going to give the coffee cup to 3865번님께 드리겠습니다. Well done. That was very good. Everyone's very, very creative. We do have some more. Lala님 says 점만 in 괄호 안에 조금만 보잉기라네. What does that mean? 다 보이면 심하게 놀랍니다. 저 랄라합니다. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Well done. You get the coffee. And everyone, you're very, very creative. I'm all read out. Don't go anywhere because Hayley's in the building.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Welcome back, everybody, to For Your Busan. It is now time for Busan Tales with Hayley.
It's Hayley time.
That's such a different intro. You can't say it that. That's so happy compared to the music.
Haley time.
There you go. All right, are you ready, Haley?
I'm so ready. I got 2.
You got 2?
I was here scribbling away. Yeah, all right.
All right.
And this is real. All right.
Okay. 점
빼러 가야 되거든요. 근데 아픈가? 좀 마음이 심란합니다.
Wow.
Yeah.
You write a whole novel there.
I did. And also, if you've ever had your moles removed, does it hurt? 아픈가요? 후기 주세요. All right.
I've never had a mole removed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have that.
You don't have moles on your face, though.
I have ones that don't stick out. They're just discoloration of the skin.
Yeah.
Whoa, there you go. Oh my goodness, I haven't shaved.
Oh my gosh, we're just gonna get a screen full of Nick. All right, that's happening.
Love it.
It's
I love
happening.
it. Do Haley. No, I'm kidding.
자신 있죠. 무슨 자신 있죠. Except for my moles. Yeah.
We did have another. Oh, you got 2, you said.
I got 2, but we can read out the listener one.
All right, 고수님 says 점집에 점 보러 갔는데 심심하면 빈대떡 먹을래? This is another weird kind of like flirting kind of thing. I feel like
it is not.
심심하면 빈대떡 먹을래?
아니야. 그거 진짜 아니야.
나만 그런가?
There's like a song like.
Oh really?
Like. 돈 없으면 집에 가서 빈대떡이나 부쳐 먹어라. It's like a song. Yeah, it's like a 심심하면 yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Actually, 최승님 talked about 점쟁이. 점쟁이가 뭘 했는지 알아. 우리 딸이 심청이 안 부럽게 효녀래.
Ooh.
You actually told me what 심청 was.
That's true. Yeah, he had a little conflict about. Was this a typo? I'm like, no. She's like the world's biggest. No, 아닙니다.
Okay.
아닙니다. 땡. 아닙니다.
Okay.
Yes.
I need
it's
to
a folk character.
I need to up my folk character knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, you're here for Busan Tales.
I do. I am. And actually, I'm going to introduce today's topic with the 점심 이행시. So can you throw me the letters again?
All right, let's do it.
점심 먹고 저녁까지 기다리기. 입이 심심하신 분들. 심심하신 분들 오늘 꼬.꼬.부 꼭 들으세요. Yeah.
김치국을.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So,
brilliant stuff.
Speaking of food, lunch, dinner, carbs. That's my favorite nutrient is carbs.
Favorite?
Yeah. 그러니까 약간 탄수화물이 물론 프로틴 너무 좋아하죠. I mean, protein's great, meat's great. 근데 탄수화물이 안 들어가면 포만감이 안 느껴져요.
뭔가 좀
그러니까 뭔가 허전해요. 뭐 다 안 먹은 듯한 느낌.
그렇죠.
So pick your favorite carbs out of rice, noodles, and bread. 밥, 면, 빵 중에서 여러분의 최애 탄수화물은?
아니, 날마다 다르잖아요.
That's true.
It depends how I'm feeling.
That's true. If it's like a rainy day, for sure noodles.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I have rice every day, I don't want rice. I want to have like just a sandwich.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I grew up eating mostly rice and bread. In England,
makes sense.
A typical Sunday lunch is just a big sandwich, like with cheese and ham or whatever. So I can eat sandwiches for dinner, like as a full meal. Whereas many people can't. It's more of a
people do consider that more like a brunch or lunch food. But bread is definitely one of the newer-ish forms of carbs introduced to Korea.
What do you like?
I mean, it's like picking a favorite child, and I have no children, so maybe these are my children.
Yes.
Maybe they are
carb children.
that I consume. But noodles, my top.
Noodles.
And I love noodles.
But there's so many types
there
of noodles.
Are, and I think that's why they're so wonderful.
Yeah.
And then bread. And bread and rice are like tied. But then if you're talking like pastries, cakes, and cookies and stuffed flour, then bread might be my top.
Okay.
All right. Now that my mouth is completely watering, bread. So it's become one of the more popular forms of carbs in Korea these days.
I feel like as it's on the rise in Korea, in the West, everyone is suddenly gluten-free.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is very true. Everyone's gluten-free. Everyone's, they're just not liking flour. But for South Korea, though, Koreans are eating less and less rice, pap, as individuals and on household levels, actually.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so last year, an average person ate a little under 56 kilograms of rice for the entire year. You divide that up by 365, about a bowl and a half of rice per day.
That's
하루에
these days.
한 공기 반. 작년에 1인이 하루에 한 공기 반의 반만 섭취했다고 합니다.
Is that less than usual? I guess?
That's less than usual because, it's 삼시세끼 was kind of the norm, which is clearly not the case. And even if they are getting 3 meals a day, no one's eating. Not many people are eating full meals of rice.
Well, we have some people summon him saying 저는 무조건 빵이요. 라고 하셨어요.
There you go, Summer님. So this segment is for you.
I find it. I'm very curious about how it's going to be genetically because, like Korean people have grown up for generations,
right,
thousands of years on rice. In the same way that a lot of Korean people I meet are lactose intolerant. I guess because milk wasn't a huge part of the diet.
Right. And I think it's also kind of Asians do tend to have more lactose intolerance with like the lack of enzymes that break down alcohol. Yeah.
So I wonder if there are any adverse effects like that.
Maybe. Interesting. We'll have to find out. But
Okay.
since our diet is getting more and more westernized, but this actually isn't a recent phenomenon. So when does South Korean consumption of bread and pastries begin? 자, 한국인이 빵을 먹기 시작한 시기는 바로 1800년도입니다.
Really?
Yeah, 1800s.
Wow.
Mid to late 1800s. And I have it on historical records that the king, Emperor 고종 황제, he liked pastries.
So it's not a new thing then.
I know, it's not a new thing. It goes back several hundred years. And he likes waffles. Yeah.
So American.
So American. Because historian, or maybe Belgium, who knows? Historians found a waffle iron at Changdeokgung, the palace, with the British company's logo.
Wait. So you're saying 200
So it was
years
imported.
ago, the Korean emperor was using British
waffle iron. Well, he wasn't
waffle
using it. I
irons
think,
to
one of
have
his,
Belgian
one of,
waffles. What an international world.
very
I have a
globalized.
stereotype that even 100 years ago, the world was very pesijag였어요, very isolated.
Sometimes it was, to a point. But because, well, here's the thing. Here's another thing that'll shatter your preconceptions. Because there were still Westerners coming in and out of Korea, such as a British geologist, Bird Bishop, who visited Joseon, and he was invited to palace. And because he was British, they wanted to make him feel at home, treated him to an afternoon tea, a cuppa of, coffee and cake. Although it wasn't a cuppa, it was coffee.
Close enough.
It was, it was liquid.
That's very sweet.
Yeah. But for the general public, we go to the mid to late 1800s again, likely in the northern areas, border area with Russian influence, Chinese influence, maybe even Japan. So once again, this geologist Bishop wrote in his records from 1894 that when he went to the Joseon villages in Vladivostok, and he was given black, slightly fermented bread for dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if he liked that.
I mean, depends on how much butter they had, I guess. Yeah. And
much
jam,
butter, jam,
right?
peanut butter jelly, all those days.
Almond butter, please.
Brilliant stuff. So this is where the bread journey, I guess, through records started in the 1800s. When did bread eventually come down to this city?
Well, there seems to be records of confectionaries and bakers. 과자상, they called it back then. Busan in the 1910s. So pretty early on. And it seems that they're really active because these records come from ads on newspapers. Yeah, they were putting out newspaper advertisements. And the industry seems to have been really booming. Wholesale and retail, bakery manufacturings. And stores say that they sold these baked goods with tea, but they were mostly targeted towards the Japanese, who were probably wealthier.
Yeah.
But interestingly, back then, they sold these baked goods according to weight.
Okay.
Yeah. So the very first bakery in Busan opened its doors in 1959.
That's quite a while.
And it's still open, so I'm not going to say its full name. I'm just going to censor it. It's Baek 9 Tang, but the 9 is changed that to Korea. It's located in Jungangdong. So this was 13 years after South Korea's very first contemporary bakery, which is located in Kunsan, and that is Tu Seongdang, opened, and just 3 years after that one really famous Tegan area bakery opened.
So what about this conception that bread is such a new thing in Korea? It's been going on
wasn't.
commercially since the 50s.
Exactly. So we're looking at least, a couple hundred years.
Okay.
Like 100 years and then some. So the founder was Mr. Kim Jae-bong, who opened this bakery on the first floor with a tea house, tabang. We had an interesting episode on tabang ages ago on the second floor. The name of the bakery means white seagull. Because when we say 백구, it's usually a name for a puppy. Like
Okay.
a white dog would be named
Okay.
백구, like 황구 백구, right?
Okay.
And I was like, what does that have to do with bakeries? But it means white seagull. So now you know, just symbolic of Busan.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he hired Mr. Do Byung-sup, who became the city's first baker. So he was actually a skilled baker who studied abroad. He was the head of the factory. He married one of the bakery sales clerks. They had a child, and the oldest son took over the company.
they were-
So it's all a family. It's a generational business.
Born in bread.
Born. By the way, this is such a long time ago that the ovens ran on charcoal. Like 숯.
숯불빵.
숯불빵.
Oh, 맛있겠네.
I mean, I don't know if it's like
It's toast. It's the
toast.
original toast.
but with a little bit of charcoal, with a little bit of smoky flavor.
I would try it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, you let me know.
All right.
And this particular company, because it was the first in Busan, would be home to many bakers to follow. So speaking of breeding, for example, Jung Hang-woo, who also has a namesake bakery, I think out of Ulsan. Kim Sang-yong, whom you may not know him, but he would go on to found Samik-taekwa, which later became the OPS, that particular brand in Busan.
Oh, so that has a long history.
It
then.
does, yeah.
Okay. Now, when you talk about bread and pastries and boulangerie in Busan, we always talk about bangcheondong, right?
We do. Have you been?
I've been.
Do
yeah.
you go like bang seeking in Bangcheondong?
I don't, because usually the bread I like the most is just like shikbang to make sandwiches with,
I
or
see.
baguette for like gambas.
Okay, so you're more like a savory,
Oh, yeah,
more
yeah.
plain bread.
Like a
fan.
식사로.
저는 장난치는 빵 좋아하거든요.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
so like
super sweet 소금빵. and
oh my
stuff.
god. So, okay, sir, 소금빵 is not sweet.
It's sweet. It has those crystallized salts on there.
Do you not understand what salt tastes like?
Right, but yeah, you have to see. In Korea, when something says it's salty, it's also sweet at the same time.
It's
half the
true.
time.
To bring out the saltiness, there's a bit of sweetness
Bit of
built into it.
contrast.
It's like a richness built
Yeah.
into it. And this is why he's a Brit and I'm Korean / American.
Yes.
Because we like our stuff sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, anywho, 남천동, aka 빵천동, land of pastries, where I live and breathe.
Oh,
But,
really?
well, I mean, I don't live there, but I do
Go
just, I
often.
hang out there. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a great place, a great neighborhood. But why 남천동? We
Yeah.
have so many dongs throughout Busan. Well, there are about a dozen bakeries in Namcheon-dong, according to Suyeong-gu's district. Well, back in the day, there's an economic reason for this. This used to be one of the more wealthy neighborhoods in Busan. I don't know if you saw this movie, but there's this really famous line. If you
친구,
tell,
right?
not 친구, that's different. Was it 범죄? What is it? 범죄 대구? No, 범죄와의 전쟁. Thank you. It's this main character he's at the police station because drunk and disorderly, and he says 누구 서장 남천동 살제.
I've heard this.
Yeah,
line.
and so the chief of police lives in 남천동.
Okay.
And that's where like the money and power was. So before Gwangan Bridge was built and real estate kind of moved eastward to across the body of water, Namcheon-dong was the home to ritzy houses, also including the mayoral residence, which is now Domuhon, right, that place. So money and power, and it was also home to one of the earliest and biggest apartment complexes, which still stands. Right, so what does that mean though? Young families, lots of kids. In South Korea, that is academic zeal.
Okay.
Academia. So, because this is Korea. So Namcheon-dong was home to lots of hagwons.
It was the best like hakgun area.
It was
like.
best. It was a school. It was a good school district.
And lots of bread. It's a
Lots
plus,
of bread.
Right?
Well,
일석이조.
and that's why. Actually, that is why.
That was the
Because
reason.
have you followed? I hopefully know, but have you like seen the life of a child in South Korea?
I mean,
So-
I was a teacher.
You
for
are a
while,
teacher, right? So
yeah.
they would go from school, they would be
Yeah.
shuttled off to a private academy,
Right.
and then to another private academy.
Yeah.
And then depending on when, because there was a time when there weren't laws that banned hagwons from keeping kids until whenever they wanted to. So that means they had very short spurts of time between their classes to be fed. So in comes bread.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why, because the hagwons would be on the second and third floors of the buildings, and on the
Yeah.
first floor would be bakery. So they can all
Okay.
run down, kind of what convenience stores do these days with the
Okay.
삼각김밥, but they would run down.
빵으로 간단하게
Exactly.
떠가지고.
때우는. 그쵸. 그렇게 they would grab a bite. So one of the best sellers from one of the big bakeries that I mentioned, they're one of the best like bread custard type of a bread. Custard, like sponge cake bread, has the name hagwon in it. It literally is
Really?
hagwon something. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
카스테빵?
It's like castellapang, but the
Okay.
name is like hagwon something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because that was how it was primarily eaten by those kids,
Because
just
like
needing
a
a
little
quick
kind of
bite.
tiny like bite, they could just shove it in their mouths
Yeah.
in one bite. Yeah.
Oh.
That is so Korea.
I know,
right?
but it has. I think it's good. Otherwise, the kids wouldn't have eaten anything.
That's true. That's true.
Could have encouraged this kind of lifestyle to continue
It
as well.
unfortunately did probably.
좀 궁금해요. 갑자기 먹어보고 싶네요. I want to try is it like a ball of bread?
It's kind of like 황남빵. It's a little flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, bread has its place in Busan for sure. Where are some of the most well-known places for bread and pastries in Busan?
Right. So once again, I mean, these days, so you can go anywhere. So I'm just going to I'm going to give you my resources for saying these specific bakeries. So 국제신문, the local paper, had a survey on social media with Busan Planet back in 2020.
Okay.
So the top choice was the shoe cream, the cream puff from that O bakery in Namcheon, which I believe is still the best seller from that particular now big franchise bakery.
Yeah.
But then we also cannot forget another name, Lee Hyung-yong, who is this master baker. He's like nationally certified master baker from 2018. He has a franchise at this point with his name, Myeongnan. So you might like it. It's savory. It has the
it has the fish roe.
pollock roe. Yeah, it's a little salty.
I love anything Myeongnan.
There we go.
I'd have it with bread.
There
for
we go.
sure.
So it's baguette. It's crispy. It's crunchy with a little bit of savoriness. By the way, his story from kind of a bakery employee to a tycoon. 1 year he made 10 billion won in profit. It is legendary in the industry.
Wow.
And then also there's pai manju. By the way, I have a little story. I didn't even know what it was. I was in Nampodong just walking around and I smelled something. It was so good. So I was like drawn. I like seriously followed the smell.
Yeah,
I was like
like
이게
those
뭐야?
classic cartoons where you
Seriously,
fly off and follow
yeah,
the
like
scent.
you can kind of see the smell almost. I was like, this is so good. So I go into this big bakery.
Yeah.
It's like B Teng something. And I was like, what is this smell? And they're like, oh, we just baked a fresh batch of, and they pulled a tray and it's pai manju. So it's basically cream puffs, but instead of cream, there's red bean paste in it.
Is it like Telemanju's brother?
It's Telemanju's much fancier brother.
Ooh,
it's the cousin that the family's like, oh, so and so went to the super fancy school. 엄친아, 찐 엄친아. Right. Yeah, they're that kid of that school.
Yeah.
Right. So it's multi-layered, it's buttery, it's heavenly. So overall, the cafe culture in Busan definitely booming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in part due to coffee, because Busan is coffee city.
Right.
But I believe also the bakery culture. Because my coffee choice differs whether I'm getting a baked good or not. Because I'm a latte person, but if I'm getting something, then I'm getting an Americano.
That's true. I think the beverage dictates what kind of bread or pastry you want. Because I'm always a coffee. I don't generally get sweet drinks, so I'll go for like an Americano or an iced Americano.
Right.
So something sweet complements that really well.
Exactly.
The latte is already sweet, so you need
Right. I need something kind of a little bitterness that, something to like really hold it down. So anywhere. Nowadays, I mean, this isn't just 빵천동, it's 기장, 전포, 망미, and 수영, so on and so forth. I know there are franchise bakeries and mega cafes loom over, but I believe in Busan, the heart of our bread culture has always been these small bakeries and entrepreneurial spirit.
For sure. I totally agree. Yeah, there are all these big famous bakeries around, which I don't really care for. But you go to the small places that do something a bit different. You go into a bakery and sometimes, it's the same thing, kind of like 핫도그빵. Or, it's the
And
same
sometimes that's what you want, but
when you go into these, hole-in-the-wall places, you can feel that maybe they went to France and studied,
and they have the fancy diplomas. Yeah,
it's great. Quick question.
Yes.
Do you like garlic bread?
I do. Of course, I like garlic bread.
There's that 살짝 그런 마늘빵의 그 논쟁이 있잖아요. 그 논란이 있어요.
논란 있어요?
Because in Korea, it's very sweet.
육족. It's like a bun and it splits.
It's sweet,
right.
but then in Western countries, it's very, very salty.
It's salty. It's supposed to be eaten with pasta.
Exactly. Which is your preference?
저는 사실 둘 다 좋아하거든요. 왜냐면 because I'm not picky with 빵.
Okay.
It's like 빵 is 빵.
There you go. She's the best.
Sorry. I just need left hand and right hand.
Haley, thank you so much for bringing us all of this bang-tastic news. I was waiting all day for this.
But
have a bang-filled day.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you. Okay. Everyone, the time is now 5:55. It's time to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for joining me this Monday. We have fought those Monday blues. Come join me for tomorrow's episode. Have a warm and great evening until then. I'll see you later.